Wow, what's good with y'all, man? It's Prophet reporting in on a live, beautiful Thursday, trying to give y'all this knowledge, trying to give y'all this real speech. This real speech number 3. Okay, and today we're going to talk about how we are walking computers and how, from birth, the powers that be have devised mechanisms to hack us. We're going to talk about the ways that they hack us and the ways that the ways that they hack us, the ways that they program us. How can we get unplug from the hacking, and how can we deprogram and reprogram our systems? Okay, now with that being said, we're gonna move right along. So first and foremost, hack. What you mean when I talk about hack? What you mean when I talk about hack? Okay, when I say hack, I literally mean hack, like a computer hack. Okay, so let me break that down to you why I say hack. Okay, now science has confirmed that we are biomechanical, right? That we are biomechanical and we are electromagnetic spiritual beings. Okay, so with that being said, when is the time to know that we are walking computers? Okay, they never teach us this in school. Wow, I'm a walking computer. Yes, and I'm gonna show you why. Everything they say, if you want to know the universe, just look at the human body. So we're gonna study the human body so that we may know that the universe is not lying. Okay, so now with that being said, a lot of people don't know that at the moment the sperm touches the egg and the cells begin to split, they begin to record. Okay, now a lot of people don't know that this recording is important. This is called cellular memory. Okay, but before I get to that, let me break down to you, like, literally why we are biomechanical computers walking. Okay, so first and foremost, we are biological, native to the planet Earth. We get our makeup from the planet Earth through the fire, earth, air, water, and the ether. Okay, mechanical, meaning we have abilities to do things that sophisticated machinery can't even do. Okay, so we know we're mechanical. Okay, and then we're electrical. Okay, now electrical meaning that you literally are a battery walking. You are literally excuse me, a human being is literally able to output 12 volts to 9 volts, like a 9 volt to 12 volt battery. Okay, so we are walking batteries. That's why when you walk on the floor and you slide your feet on the floor and you touch the door, you get that static electricity. You are a very, very good static electricity conductor. This is how your body operates on an electrical power current. Okay, and we're magnetic, meaning we got a nervous system and we got a system in us that not only takes the electrical wiring that's within us, but projects the electrical wiring in us, so that whatever electrical wiring wave and whatever the machinery is outputting, meaning your body, right? Whatever the machinery is outputting, it will definitely magnetically attract the very wave that it is outputting. So this is why they call us magnetic. Okay, and last and foremost, we are spiritual. Okay, we are spiritual, meaning that these are not our bodies. These are shells that we, the spirit coming direct from the creator, have used to inhabit, to experience this third dimensional plane. Kind of sort of like when you go into the car lot and you trying to pick what kind of car you want to use. That's just how the spirit world works, with incarnation and incarnating into this reality, so that we can experience the things in this test realm, so that we may be tested to become better spirits through all of the many myriad forms of tests that this realm has to offer. Okay, so we are bio mechanical, okay, electromagnetic spiritual beings. Okay, now what makes us a computer is our brain. Our brain and the way our brain functions and the way we function a lot like computers. That's why computers, smartphones and things of that nature, they are mimicking us. Smartphones and things of that nature are mimicking us. Okay, and we know one thing, that the computer runs off a binary code of ones and zeros, meaning ones and zeros are infinite. Why is ones and zeros? Why are ones and zeros infinite? The one and the zero, first and foremost, is the ankh, it's the line in a circle, okay, and it's the I and the O. But it's also eternal life, right? And we know that the ones and the zeros have an infinite eternal amount amount of combinations that they can be placed together in. So this is why the computers speak the languages in ones and zeros. A lot of people might not know that the binary code is directly patterned after the Ankh. Okay, so we are the walking Ankhs. So you know we are the super advanced computers. Okay, because we created the actual computers that we are marveling at today. Artificial intelligence. We're marveling at artificial intelligence, and we're the ultimate. Embodiment of intelligence in a shell, so to speak. Okay, so I want to just break down. So I gotta get that to y'all head that we are computers walking in like any computer. All right, what do computers do? Computers are able to what? Be programmed. All right, and matter of fact, what is your computer? If you're looking at this on your smartphone is running a program. Okay, and through running programs, the computer is able to output certain things and decipher certain things. Okay, so you must know that. Now, knowing that computers are able to be programmed and knowing that we're walking computers, know that just like any other computer is able to be programmed, it is also able to be hacked. Okay, so with that being said, knowing that we are walking computers and knowing that any computer on the face of the planet has the ability to get hacked, deprogrammed, or reprogrammed. Okay, or hit the reset button and completely wipe the memory slate clear. A lot of mind control victims have been the victims of wiping their memory clean and getting input different thoughts and different memories so they can fulfill the objective of the person that's mind controlling them. All right, so we know the MK Ultra mind control and all those things. We know that the government has participated in all those things. So, and the German Nazis did it to the Jews and experiments. So we know that we are biomechanical walking computers, electromagnetic spiritual beings. You know, dig what I'm saying? Walking through this earth, trying to become higher spirits. This is our ultimate purpose, to become higher spirits. Okay, so now with that being said, the hack. Okay, the powers that be have devised a way to hack your computer. Okay, because you must know that before your spirit incarnates and inhabits this shell as a body, the body has to be formed first. Okay, the body has to be formed first, and the avatar. Just think about it as like the movie Avatar. And that's the way the spirit world and the physical world is. Okay, when you're in the wheelchair, you're in the spiritual world, and when you're and then you incarnate into the avatar, and then you become into the avatar world. Same difference. Okay, so now with that being said, we're moving right along. All right, so the hack comes from the three different ways of programming. Now I told you that all computers are able to be programmed, and the three ways that our computers are able to be programmed is through unconscious programming, subconscious programming, and conscious programming. Okay, so now let me break down what unconscious, subconscious, and conscious programming is so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so unconscious programming, okay, is the programming that as soon as the sperm touches the egg and the cells start to split, those cells record. Okay, and while in the womb, those cells are a blank sheet of paper, forever recording what? Recording the mother's feelings, recording the mother's thoughts, recording her taste in food, recording her good experiences, her bad experiences, the music that's around her, forever recording everything that is in, of, and around her, and locking this into his cellular memory DNA. Okay, and it is being implemented as a template program for starters. So if a mother is pregnant and a mother is doing a lot of unconscious things, that baby can have lasting effects from that if those programs are not deprogrammed or reprogrammed out of the individual. Okay, so that's unconscious program. Unconscious program is the programming that's always 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week running. If you want to know any more about it, just go look at Dianetics. Dianetics is will explain it good. L. Ron Hubbard, a brother, he came out with the Dianetics, Netics, Dianetics, and go look it up. And the cells are forever recording as soon as the egg touches the sperm, and these cells are recording and memorizing everything that is going on around in this environment. So now, with that being said, the first hacking is the first programming is through mother's womb, as the child sits in the womb. So this is why you might see people play music, calming music to the mother, and they might go to Lamaze class and breathe and I know you've seen that on commercials and things of that nature. There's a reason why they want you to breathe. There's a reason why they want you to think positive. There's a reason why they want you to play all of these positive songs while the baby is in the womb, because the baby is the blank piece of paper and you're writing on it with your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your actions, and your eating. Okay, so now with that being said, the mother is the first programmer. Okay, so be careful, you pregnant mothers out there, or what you're digesting in your mind, digesting in your heart, and digesting in your body, because your baby is recording this. Okay, and so next, that's unconscious programming. Then you got subconscious programming, and then unconscious programming is the program that's happening 24/7, regardless if you're awake or asleep. That's the unconscious. Okay, so the things that's going on around you without you even knowing, the cells are recording. That's the unconscious. Now, subconscious is the background. Subconscious is the background things that are going on that you recognize, that you know but don't know. You hear but don't hear, see but don't see. Okay, you feel but don't feel. These are the periphery. I like to call them the peripheral outside background information that is constantly bombarding you, whether you know it or not, and subconsciously programming you, whether you know it or not. So you might look at a commercial. I mean, you might be cleaning a house and the TV might be on, and you might be doing a vacuum cleaner, and in the background you have a piece of commercial that's being played, a Domino's piece of commercial that's being played, and 2 days later you're hungry for some Domino's. That's a kind of idea of subconscious programming, the background programming. Okay, and then you have conscious programming. Conscious programming is when you're fully conscious and you're, through repetition and through other things, you're consciously programming your mind to feel, think, and believe a certain thing. Okay, so now with that being said, you got the 3 ways you can program the computer, which is your body, right? Okay, so now if you move right along, we're gonna get to the 5 ways you can be hacked. Okay, so the first way is through mother and father and the experience you feeling within the womb. Okay, all right. Then the second one, when you've been in the womb and you've been chilling and you ready to come out of the womb, and boom, you bust out of the womb. You come out of the womb. When most babies come out of the womb, most babies still be asleep, right? And the first thing the body records outside of the womb is what? Pain. Why? Because the doctor had to smack the baby and make the baby cry. So the first cellular memory is pain. Bop, that hurt. Okay. Second hack, not second hack, but the second cellular memory is another piece of pain. Why? Because the baby gets hit with vaccinations. Chemical. Bop, gets shot. All right. And people don't know, but they're starting to find out that these vaccinations are actually harmful to our children, that the very diseases that they're claiming to prevent are causing them. I've never seen a child not go through childhood diseases. Why? Because they got them vaccinations. If you pay attention, you got the chickenpox vaccine when you were young, but you still ended up with the chickenpox. Why so? Because we know that all vaccines, in order to vaccinate you, they must shoot you with the very disease that they're saying they're trying to cure you from. Okay, so this is the second. All right, this is the second hack through your vaccine, and then then they bring it over chemically to your diet. So after you've been smacked, after you've been hit with the vaccine, then they give you what? Not your mother's breast milk, but Similac. They give you whatever brand of powdered form of substance that you are giving your child. This is what they give you. So now you are being hacked once again, chemically. Through what? Through your diet. So the first 2 things they hack you through is through your feeling and what you feel, and chemically through the vaccinations, and second is another chemical through your diet. So first and foremost, soon as you come out the womb, they hack you. Boom. How? Chemically through the vaccines, and then secondly through the diet, because you're gonna get fed all of this unhealthy things through the milk. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm showing y'all, and I'm about to do a part 3, the third life commandment, and the third life commandment I'm about to explain the importance of the diet, because they hack you through your diet for a reason. It's to hack you for a diet for a reason. Like as I said before, you are an electromagnetic spiritual being walking. Okay, so now how does your body and your mind digest or process information? Through what? Through chemical means, right? And through stimulative wave means throughout the environment. Okay, chemical means is what? Through what you ingest in your body. Okay, non-chemical means is the things that are outside without you, that you're not putting inside of your mouth. Okay, so now with that being said, when you are digesting this poison, and Dr. Suzar said it best when she said these are drugs masquerading as foods. All right, when you digest these drugs masquerading as foods, okay, your stomach acid, right, breaks it down into a chemical. That chemical gets flooded into your system, which is the nervous system, your immune system, right, and your circulatory system, right, and all other various systems. Carry it out through the blood circulation process. Okay, so now with that being said, if you are a chemical being, okay, an electromagnetic chemical being, okay, and you're processing damaged goods, which is the drugs masquerading as food, now your pathways that the electricity uses through your nervous system, the pathways are become blocked, right? Because why? Because you are feeding gunk to your car. You're giving your car gunk, and now the hacking process is furthermore lulling you to sleep so that you may become a full matrix child. Okay, so now after they hit you, after you went through experience in your mother womb, they come out and they hit you through your diet. All right, the next thing they do, they're gonna hit you with an education / indoctrination. Okay, meaning after you come out of the womb and you get chemically hacked, we're gonna hack you mentally. Now we're gonna shape your belief of what history is, your belief of what the world is, your belief of how the world is and how it works, and what you should be doing in the world to make it a better place. We're going to instill all that within you through our structured, quote unquote, education indoctrination system. And with that, we're going to take the brightest people who pass our series of repetitious tests, right? Who pass our series of repetitious programming, and we're going to elevate them in places of power and in jobs of prestige to show you what happens when you follow the programming. Okay, so now this is psychological programming at its finest. Okay, so because the education system doesn't give you real history, doesn't give you real economics, doesn't give you agriculture, doesn't give you anything real. Excuse me, anything real. All of the real eternal truths that we supposed to know, the education system has lied to us, is not giving it to us. Picture that. Ain't that something? So now with that being said, Columbus did not sail the ocean blue in 1492, okay? And all of these other things. Oh, black people's history did not start on the slave ship, good ship Jesus, and the Mayflower and the Mayweather and any other these things that they like to say our history started. Our history did not start us being in jungles and they came over and the Caucasian civilized the quote-unquote African / Ethiopian Kemetic ancient brothers and sisters, ancestors. Okay, so we learning a lot of new things getting our education. And you look up the root word for education is educo. It is a Latin or Greek, I forget. It's a Latin or Greek root word, educo, derived meaning from within. So it's derived from Latin or Greek, educo, meaning from within. So true education comes from within. And what is within you? What is in you? The programming and cellular memory is already in you. So all we got to do is look inside ourselves and ask Creator to show us what we're missing, and and after we ask Creator to show us what we're missing, look for the signs and pay attention to them so that we won't miss them. Okay, because Creator show us different things at different times, do different signs, people, places, and things. Okay, so now after they indoctrinated you and gave you a basic structure, a mind structure of what the world is, then they hack you spiritually through your belief system, whatever your belief system is. Because your belief system has been hacked because, for one, it is stolen African teachings, stolen Ethiopian, Kemetic, ancient 30,000, 40,000, tens of thousands of year old teachings, taken, Europeanized and whitewashed, remixed, lied, edited, took, force fed back to you, right? Force fed back to you, and you're expected, and you're not only expected, you were forced to believe it as true. You were forced to believe it as a matter of fact, okay? Whatever your belief system is, okay? Now, we know one thing for certain and two things for sure, that all of the belief system teach one thing, that we're supposed to be loving one another, learning from one another, okay? So if we're following the true essence of our religion and the true essence of Muhammad, the true essence of Buddha, the true essence of Jesus, the true essence of all of these Krishna and all of these other people, all these other great people who we're trying to model our lives after, then we know one thing for certain and two things for sure. If you sat them all in the room now, would they be complaining, bickering, killing, raping, and doing all of the things that people are doing in the names of these people's religions? That's something to ask yourself. Okay, so now they hack you biologically through your diet, then they hack you mentally through your education system, then they hack you spiritually through your belief system, okay? And then, okay, another real fine-tuning process of the mental and spiritual hacking is the music media. Why I say this? Because I told you before, to program these biological mechanisms we call brain computers walking, electromagnetic spirits walking, okay? In order to program these things, some of them need to be programmed through order of repetition. And what the industry, or the powers that be that run all of them mega billion trillion dollar entertainment industries have done, is they changed the playlist of the music. Why? Because music is the language of the universe. No matter what exists in the universe, everything has a vibration. Okay, everything is vibrating, and we know vibrations have sounds, and we know that sounds is nothing but songs. So everything has a vibration, everything has a song. So music is the language of the universe, and you can be programmed through the music that you're listening to, programmed through the soundscapes that you're listening to. Okay, so now with that, well, reprogram, deprogram, and fine-tune, because they've already programmed you through mom, they already programmed you through the diet, they already programmed you through your mentally, your education, indoctrination, they program you through your spiritual belief system. Now they refining and retuning the process through media, banking, politics, business and capitalism and all of these things. They're fine-tuning the system of white supremacy. Okay, they're fine-tuning the system of matrix thinking. Matrix thinking is, if you looked at the movie The Matrix was what? Everybody who was in it that was asleep, when they were walking through there, everybody had the potential to be what? An agent. Everybody had the potential to be a self-destructive upon not only you but themselves. Okay, so now with that being said, we're gonna move right along. I'm gonna explain the 5 things that put you together, that makes you this Captain Planet, this fire, earth, air, water, and ether system. Okay, so now when you get down to it, okay, first and foremost, we're biological meaning we're composed of the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and much more. Okay, fire, earth, air, and water. Okay, so now with that being said, biologically, they have to hack you through the environmental chemtrails. They have to hack you biologically through your diet. They have to hack you biologically through all of the things that can affect you physically. Okay, so now your the biological part of you is the body. Okay, this is why they say from dirt we come, from dirt we come, to dirt we must go back to. Okay, all right. Now the mechanical part of you is the computer, the brain. the different hemispheres of the brain that does calculating, that does all of the calculating of the data and the filtering out of the data to paint and give you the version of reality that the data is providing for you. Okay, so you are literally looking at different codes, different light codes, and different things that your brain is deciphering mechanically through the through our brain, and is deciphering the version of reality that's being fed to us, okay, if we choose to believe it as the reality. Okay, so that's the second thing. And don't get brain confused with mind, okay, because the third thing is the mind, which is the electric part of you. Now we know that the brain is the mechanical thing that houses the mind, but what powers the brain? It's the electricity that powers the brain and makes the brain sends these commands throughout the nervous system and send these commands throughout the body so that the body may respond immediately, instantly, instantaneously. Okay, so it's this and it is the same electricity that vibrates and charges you up and powers your thoughts, your mind. And we know that these thoughts are things. These thoughts have waves, and if we think a thing long enough and let it become the dominating thought in our brain, which is God, that thing will come into a physical existence through the laws of attraction that have been placed here by Creator. Okay, so now the fourth part of us is magnetic. That's I like to call that the circulatory nervous immune system. Okay, all three of those systems combined, circulating, are generating an energy, are generating a certain wave. And when your mind is charged with a certain wave or a certain thought, that thought is picked up by your nervous system and all the different systems and outputted through a wave, and that wave will magnetically attract the situation of the vibration that you are outputting, that your brain had put into your system, which is why you feel things, because you think it first before you feel it. You don't just wake up and feel bad. No, you wake up and believe, without you thinking it or not, without you knowing it or not, you think a thought, and that thought creates the feeling, and then the feeling feeds back the thought, and it's an endless cycle. So you want that cycle to be a positive cycle. Okay, so now with that being said, and then spiritually, all right, spiritually, the spiritual part of the body, that's the ether. That is you, the ever forever you, that is one with the Creator, because it comes from the source, which is the Creator. Okay, and it is the seat, it is the general, the deciding governing factor of what this body do, says, does, taste, touch, see, smells, hear, experiences in this plane. Okay, you, the ether, the you. I'm gonna show you how you are different from your mind. There's a spirit you, and then there's the mind you call the ego. All right, I read this book called The Power of Now. I read this book called The Power of Now. But he wrote, the guy that wrote The Power of Now had another book, and he said in the other book, if you really want to know the difference between your mind and your spirit, next time ask yourself this question: I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And sit there and wait for the thought. Now while the thought while the thought is gone and your brain is empty and you're sitting there waiting for the thought to come, who is that sitting there waiting for the thought to come? If you are the thought in your brain that is called the mind, then when you said I'm waiting for my next thought to come, and the thought left and you were waiting for it, well, who is that waiting for the thought to come back? Who is that waiting for the voice to come back with the chitter chatter? Your mind, which is the ego, can be tamed, can be controlled, and we need to learn how to control these things if we are going to be able to fully control our biomechanical spiritual mechanisms we call bodies. Okay, now and one more important thing. Okay, so the chakras are what you would call the batteries, the actual circular vortexes batteries. And what did these batteries do? These batteries, okay, let me put it like this: if you were a Chucky doll or a baby doll or some type of artificial doll, okay, the chakras would be the batteries that operated the doll and the different functions and controlled the different functions of the doll. Okay, so when all of the chakras are operating at maximum capacity and you're treating them right and you're actually exercising them and you're getting to know them and you come in tune with them to where you're always vibrating this positive chakra balance, then your body will respond. You begin to self-heal. You'll begin to practice the law of attraction, but make it happen even faster. The accelerated process of making it happen faster with the law of attraction. Okay, and many more things. So I'm gonna do a whole video on how I'm gonna do a video about the chakras, but not just about the chakras, but I'm gonna actually do a video of how I got in tune with the chakras and what they felt like, and the exercises and meditation practices that I practice, and meditative affirmation practices that I practice in order to fine-tune my chakras and get in tune with them. Okay, so man, I thank y'all for listening, man. I went over what I was supposed to, the time I was supposed to go over, but when the truth be spitting, it just be happening like that. You dig what I'm saying? I come to you in the name of the Creator, through the elements of fire, earth, air, water, and ether. My name is Prophet, and you tuned into the channel Eternal Prophet. I love y'all. Peace.